Alright everybody, Kimbo White just got done watching UFC Fight Night 17. Good little card, like I figured it would be. Everybody was disappointed in this card for some reason. I know probably because it wasn't a lot of big names and a lot of people like to see, but it was a good card and I thought it would be. A lot of good matchups. First fight we had Anthony Rumble Johnson come out. Fighting Luigi Fioravante. Johnson, awesome striking, fast hands. Fioravante, good counter striking, and Johnson landed a big, huge overhand right. He looked confident, and he landed a big overhand right, and then landed another straight right that dropped Fioravante. And Fioravante could never really recover from that. TKO, ground and pound, Anthony Rumble Johnson, round one. The next fight was Josh Neer and Matt Danzig. Neer came out in this one and looked very overconfident. He looked. I thought that it was going to come back to bite him in the ass. He looked overconfident, and Danzig looked focused. Neer was the victim of some nice combos in the first there, and he was throwing some careless kicks and strikes. Danzig landed a big overhand right, knocked the shit out of him, and really kind of put it on him in the first round. And the second round started with Danzig actually trying to kind of pull guard right off the bat, and when he did, Neer just started to sick ground and pound with the elbows, just vicious elbows, and once Danzig had suffered the beating that he suffered, there was no turning around for him. They rolled around for a minute, had a little ground war there for about a minute or two, and Neer pulled out the triangle choke. Pretty good one, and so second round submission for Josh Neer. Good fight. The third fight was Cain Velasquez and Dennis Stoyanich. Stoyanich to me looked like a decent fighter, but didn't look like UFC caliber at all. To be real honest, I'm not even really sure WEC quality, but that would be the best credit to give the guy. I'm thinking more along the lines of like King of the Cage or something along those lines. Maybe down there in the old PFC where Bobby Lashley's at. But Velasquez dominated him, dominated the stand-up, dominated the entire fight, and it was really no contest there. Velasquez took that one fairly handily. So the next fight, we saw an undercard fight. Velasquez. I'm trying to think of the guy's name. Beach. I believe it was Dennis Beach, something. Beach versus Grice. This was an awesome fight. I never saw either one of these guys, but it was an awesome fight. They were both good strikers, good ground game. It seemed like they were both very fast, very in shape, very on top of their game. It was quite disappointing because Beach, this guy, you don't very rarely see somebody get knocked out and fight through it. I can't say for sure. I mean, the guy was close to being knocked out if he wasn't all the way completely out, but still fighting on his back. He might have just been stunned. He took probably 20 clean shots to his jaw, which was amazing to me, and still fought through it. And they didn't stop the fight the whole time. And then you know, when the tables turn and he got Grice on the ground, he lands a few shots, and Grice is still trying to improve position, and the ref stops it. So I was real disappointed in the outcome to that fight. Grice was robbed. He wasn't knocked out. He wasn't, you know, like I said, he was still trying to improve position. So I'm looking forward to seeing both these guys fight in the future for sure, without a doubt. And then the main event started out just how I thought it would. Lozon came out, dropped down immediately, pulled guard. Stevens was trying to pass. They played that little game there for 4 minutes, stood back up. Lozon with some awesome takedowns, slammed Stevens right on his damn back. Lozon with a good ground game, the armbar attempt, kind of pretty well finished out the first round. The second round started. They came out and actually traded some shots. Lozon actually traded a few shots with Stevens. I don't think he really wanted to feel the power too much. It was an awesome little move. He ducked down. Stevens came in at him, and he ducked down and threw him in a fireman's carry and flopped him right over on his damn back. It was a sweet move, and he had his eye busted open. Lozon was starting to bleed quite a bit. Got side mount, and then proceeded to just put on a clinic, which was very impressive. Side mount to guard, side mount to guard, side mount to guard, and to right into an arm bar that Stevens tried like hell to roll out of, and just couldn't do it. Almost did. Ended up in a funky sideways position, tapping out. Lozon, he could have broke his arm. So, hats off to Joe Lozon, man. Joe Lozon, good fight tonight. Shows an awesome effort and good fight. I would really honestly like to probably see a rematch with Kenny Florian there. He's a hell of a fighter, man. Impressive guy. So I just wanted to do a little review of the fights tonight. It was a good card. Turned out great. I figured it would be. You know, these guys that aren't the big names, they're not already getting the $500,000 paydays, and there's a lot more heart there involved. These guys are hungry, and you guys got to remember, these are the good ones. UFC 95 coming up. It's not the greatest card in the world, but it probably won't be that bad either, because they're hungry guys. I think 96, other than the main event, doesn't look bad either. I'll have my picks up for that probably tomorrow. So everybody have a good night. Kimbo White signing off.